And thanks for coming back to another episode of Peak Signing Agents, where I will help you become a peak signing agent. And this episode was actually an episode where my wife said, "Hey, I have a lot of topics for you guys, all right?" And she said, "Hey, just hurry, and I'm going to scroll, and you touch your finger here, and that's the topic." And the topic is, as you probably saw from the name of the episode, is you cannot over communicate, all right? So here I am a signing service owner. I hire notaries all over the country. And one of me and my scheduler's biggest pet peeves is notaries do not communicate with us. It is a huge pet peeve of ours. So I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to improve this and help you become preferred with many signing services. Okay? Now, I'm a signing agent still. I still do signings myself. I have a signing service. I have a full-time schedule that helps me get these scheduled. But I still have signing services that want to use me because I give them great service. Okay? It's important that you communicate extremely well. And signing services and title companies will want to work with you. You cannot over communicate. So, like I said, I'm extremely busy. I'm doing signings. We're trying to schedule signings all over the country. And I still have random signing services that call me saying, "Derek, please, can you do this?" Because they know if I will do it, I am going to provide peak service to them. I'm going to communicate with them. I'm going to make sure there's no errors on the paperwork. That's important to them. So I think one thing that I did that set me apart from other notaries in my area was the way that I communicated with everybody. I communicated in a professional manner, and I always stayed in communication with them. So how can you do that? How can you stay in communication with the signing services so that you are marked preferred? Because why do you want to be marked preferred? They will always use you, and there is a chance that they can start raising your fee. So for example, if they always hire you at $85, $90 all the time, and you've been working with them for a couple years and you provide peak service to them, you can counter and say, "Hey, that one's a little further away. Do you mind going up maybe like 110, maybe go up $20? I've been working with you for a while. I don't give any mistakes. I'm there when you need me last minute. Do you mind kind of bumping my fee up a little bit?" Me personally, if I am more than happy to pay a notary an extra $20 after they've worked with me for a while, and if I know that they will provide peak service to the signers, and I don't have to worry about errors or mistakes, and they're going to be communicating with me throughout the whole process, I wouldn't mind doing that. Because it takes a load off my back. It takes stress away from me and my scheduler, where we have to follow up with notaries. Okay, I'm going to go into this a little bit and what we're doing and why I'm talking about this topic. So that was one thing I would do. I would over communicate. I would get a signing. I'll call the borrowers. I'll call the signers. I would let them know, "Hey, left them a voicemail. They didn't answer." That maybe, let's just say maybe that's 10 in the morning. Okay, they didn't answer. I'm gonna call again maybe around 4 o'clock because maybe they're at work. I'm gonna call again around 4 o'clock. Leave them another voicemail if they didn't answer. Let the signing service know, "Hey, I just called them again a second time, just keeping you in the loop." They like that. You cannot over communicate with them. They want to know that you're staying on top of it. You got to remember, you're a professional in the real estate industry. You're a professional. The real estate industry is a professional business, and you are a big part of that, because if without the notaries notarizing the documents, it doesn't fund, it doesn't go through. We are an intricate part of the deal, and we need to put ourselves at that standard so that we're not the annoyance. Okay, and that's what we see a lot of times. We'll send an email to a notary. "Hey, here's some special instructions. There's some trustee verbiage. You do or you do not need to add trustee verbiage." Let me know you got that email. You know what I mean? So when the signing service would email me, say, "Hey, Derek, we just got the documents. Hey, we noticed there's some trustee verbiage. Yes or no, you do not need to add any of the trustee verbiage with their signatures." All it takes is a second to say, "Oh, thanks for letting me know. I'll make sure we take care of that for you." That's all. It's something as simple as that. If a signing service would message me and say, "Hey, Derek, everything looked great. There's just one problem on one of the documents. You forgot to date it, or the borrower forgot to put the year. They put the month and date, and they forgot to put the year. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I missed that. I can't believe I missed that. I never miss these type of things. I'm so sorry. I'm going to take care of this right now. I'm going to call the borrowers right now and see what they're available so I can come over and get this fixed." That's how I would communicate. As soon as I got a message, I was communicating right away. Even if I was at a table signing, whenever there was a break, maybe they're filling out the page where how they want to receive their money, and they're putting in their bank information, I'll hurry and respond so they know I'm on top of it. I would over communicate, and they knew they could trust me. They knew I would communicate back with them. That is a huge deal for signing services and title companies. They want to make sure that the notary takes it serious, because I think there's a big maybe stereotype that a lot of notaries are not professional. They haven't been doing it long. They're not very skilled. And that's a problem, okay? Because we're an important part, and we need to be that. And if we set the example that we are important, that we are going to be a key part of this to make sure everything goes flawlessly, then they'll be more than happy to pay us our fees. Who wouldn't, right? Think of yourself, remind yourself that you are a business owner. Put yourself in the shoes of your client. Put yourself in the shoes of the signing service. Put yourself in the shoes of your client, the signing service. Put yourself in the shoes of their client, the title company. Put yourself in the shoes of their client, the mortgage officer. Put yourself in the shoes of their client, the real estate agent. And then who's their client? The signers. Put yourself in their shoes. If you treat the signers like the real estate agent, the lender, the escrow wants them to be treated, and you treat them like that, the signers will be very happy with you. Sometimes notaries get audited, right? They ask, "Hey, how was the notary? Did they come on time? Were they dressed professionally? Did they answer your questions? Did they seem like they know what they were talking about with the mortgage documents?" That's important to our clients. That's important to everybody in the transaction. And if you take it serious and you communicate everything that's going on, they're going to be so grateful for you. That's why, like I said, I have signing services that I used to work for. I don't really do a lot with them now. They know I have my own signing service, but still, there's a, "Hey, Derek, are you slow today? Are you slow in the morning? Can you do something for us tomorrow morning?" They still want to use me because they know it's going to be executed perfection. There's going to be no mistakes, and I'm going to communicate with them. Hey, I called them. I left them a voicemail. Hey, we're set. We're confirmed. We're set for this time. You cannot over communicate. They will be so grateful for you. And that's important if you want to get paid well. If you want to be looked at as a professional and be used over and over again, you need to over communicate. Okay? I'm not saying communicate. I hope you guys are catching that. I'm not just saying you need to communicate. You need to over communicate. You need to let them know continuously where you're at. They didn't answer. Hey, I just called them, left them a voicemail. I'll let you know how it goes. Hey, I just called them 4 hours later, left them another voicemail. I'll send them a text this time. Hopefully they respond to the text faster, right? If you let them know what you're doing, they're going to be so appreciative of you, right? You confirm the appointment. Hey, we're confirmed. We're all set. Oh, hey, you know what? They actually want me to come an hour earlier, but hey, I can accommodate that time. Not a problem. If it's okay with everybody else, I can take care of this at the earlier time to benefit the client. You can't over communicate. Do you hear that? It's so important. And if you can say things like that, like, "I can accommodate what your client needs," because that's what they want to do. They want to accommodate their client. And you need to be looking at the signers as your client. I know they're not your client directly, but they are your client, and you need to look at them as such and treat them as such. And you will be rewarded for it. Signing services, you think a lot of them are going to be paying $75, $85, $90, $110, right? From a signing service, because they're going to keep a little bit. I have signing services paying me $150 sometimes. I have title companies that they're required to use platforms like SnapDocs, for example. And they specifically tell SnapDocs, make sure you reach out to Derek first, make sure he's available. because they want to make sure it goes to me. And they're paying me almost $200 in my area. That's coming through SnapDocs, okay? That's coming through a signing service and a platform. They're paying me almost the entire fee because they know I'm going to take care of it for them. They're going to get the document. They're going to get scan backs right away because I have a mobile office. They're getting scan backs as soon as we're done signing. I'm jumping in the back, doing scan backs. My average signing is, we'll just say 30 minutes. Within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they're going to have scanned documents uploaded. They can check in an hour. They'll see that it's been dropped at FedEx or UPS. And I'll let them know, hey, we just finished signing. I'm going to upload documents in the next 15 minutes. All right, everything's uploaded. I'm heading over to FedEx right now. I in constant communication with them. They know every step that I'm doing. And I'm sure that at one point they used to check on me to make sure everything was looking good and making sure I was dropping it off. They don't do that anymore because they know I've earned that trust with them. So what are some things that you can say or do to over communicate? And I just gave a lot of examples about confirming the appointment. That's one. That's easy one, right? As soon as you get a signing, call right away. I understand maybe you're in a signing and you respond to a text or an email and just say yes, right? It's an easy, you can hit a button and say, yeah, I'm available, and you get a signing during another signing. But as soon as you're done, get on the phone and call. I mean, it doesn't take long. And even if they don't answer, it doesn't take long to log in and just say, I left them a voicemail or I sent them a text, anything like that. You cannot over communicate people. But what drives us crazy as signing service owners is we assigned the notary 2 or 3 hours ago, and our client, the title company, is saying, hey, did the notary call yet? The borrowers just said they haven't heard from anybody yet. It's been a couple hours. You guys, that's a big deal. Okay, it may not be a big deal to you, and if it's not, then this is not the business for you. This is a service business. And if you don't think it's important that people are awaiting your phone call, don't do this business. I mean, I hate to be blunt like that, or change that. Don't do it or change it, okay? Because people are waiting. Some people are telling them, okay, great. Hey, I understand you're not in, this state. You're in another state, so we're going to get a notary to come out to you. You should be expecting their call. They're expecting a call, people. So call them. When you get a signing, call them. If they don't answer, let the signing service know. Hey, I left them a voicemail. Let the title company know. I left them a voicemail. Sorry. I'll touch base with them in a couple hours. Or I'll let you know as soon as they call me back. I left them a voicemail. As soon as they call me back, I'll let you know what time we set with them. Stay in communication. And if it's been a couple hours, here's what I tell my scheduler. I want to be proactive. I want to get the answers before title's coming to us. So if we say, okay, we'll let you know when the notary sets the appointment with the borrowers, I don't want my title company in a couple hours to message me and say, so has the notary got a hold of them yet? I want to know the answer already. So I'll tell my scheduler, be proactive. If it's been a couple hours, we haven't heard from the notary, send them the reminder, call them, text them, say, hey, were you able to get a hold of the borrowers? This is important. If you treat this business like a legitimate business that it is, it will pay you for it. That's one way to communicate, letting them know you're calling, that you're messaging. Do it right away. As soon as you get a signing, call right away. Let them know, hey, I just left them a voicemail. If it's confirmed, hey, we just confirmed, we're all set. We're all set for the scheduled time. Or sometimes it's TBD, to be determined. You call them up, say, hey, we're set for 6 p.m. tomorrow. We're set for 6 p.m. this evening. Whatever it is, let them know what's going on as soon as you're done with the signing. So sometimes, or a lot of times, you have to do scan backs, okay? And if you want to know why we have to do scan backs for signing services, that will be another episode. But I'll go into detail about that. But let them know you're done. We know, as a signing service, we know how long the average signing takes. The title company knows how long it takes for the signing. So if it's set for 4 o'clock, the appointment, and 6 o'clock rolls around, and the title company hasn't heard anything for a while, they're going to be like, so what's going on with this signing, right? Same with us as a signing service. If the appointment was at 4 o'clock and 5:30 is rolling around, we haven't heard anything yet, we start to have to reach out to the notaries. So we're taking time away from what we're normally doing to reach out to the notaries. Hey, is everything going okay? Do they have questions? A lot of times the notary just mentions back, oh yeah, we've been done. I'm just heading back to do scan backs. Let us know it's done. You guys communicate and over communicate. It doesn't take long. We call the notaries when we hire a new notary, we call them and just say, hey, there's a couple of special instructions. I want you to read those special instructions. One of the things is a lot of notaries don't let us know when the signing's done. As soon as you're done, for example, like when you're done with the signing and you're walking from their door, walking to your car, will you please just log in to the platform and just say the signing's done? It takes a minute from the time you're walking out of their door. Okay, bye. Nice meeting you all. I'm gonna go drop this off at FedEx, UPS. I'm gonna do scan backs, and you'll be funded whenever the funding date is. Have a good day. And when you're walking, saying goodbye, walking out of their door, walking to your car, log in and let the signing service know you're done. It takes a minute of your time. The signing service can say, oh, that notary only took, 30 minutes. Great. Or took 45 minutes. That's a good amount of time. Now I can let my customer, the title company, know that the signing is complete. Now the title company can let their customer know, the lender, they can let them know, hey, the signing is complete. Everyone's waiting to find out when the signing is complete. And who are they waiting on? The notary. The notary is who they're waiting on. It's us. It's us, the signing agents. If we don't take this serious, you guys, they're not going to see the benefit of what we provide to them. We're mobile notaries that will go to their clients anywhere in the country and take care of this for them. Possibly one of the greatest financial transactions that they'll ever make. And you guys don't take it that serious sometimes. I see it all the time where notaries do not communicate with us and do not over communicate with us. It's important, you guys. If you want to be the peak, you need to over communicate. And when you're doing your completion status, maybe it's as simple as the signing's all done, everything went well. I'm heading back home to do scan backs, or I'll have scan backs to you in the next hour. Even if it's like 2 hours, hey, I'm just gonna go to one more signing and then I'll go do all the scan backs. Within 2 hours, you should get your scan backs. If you communicate like that, we appreciate that. If the borrowers have funds due, like they have to send money, you can just say, all right, in the completion status, we're all done signing. The signers will wire the money today, later this afternoon, or they're gonna do it first thing in the morning. They gave me a cashier's check. It'll be clipped at the very front of the package, which you should do. You should clip cashier's checks or personal checks if it's allowed on the very front of the package. But if you do that, you're over communicating. And see how important that is? Put yourself in the shoes of the signing service. Wouldn't they want to know when the money's going to be funded or wired, or if you collected a cashier's check? Of course the signing service wants to know, because they need to communicate with their client, the title company. You guys, I hope you guys are seeing the bigger picture. Don't lock yourself in a box that I am just a notary. I am just there to witness signatures and stamp documents. That is not our job. That is part of our job. That is part of our role, but that is not our job. Our job is to make sure they understand what they're signing. They have to understand what the numbers are for their mortgage. I know we don't tell them what they are, but we have to point it out, but they need to understand what they're signing. You guys, if you guys take this serious, you will be compensated well for it. This is what I would do as a signing agent. This is what made me a peak signing agent. I would over communicate. I got the cashier's check. I'll send you scan backs in the next hour. Hey, I have a mobile office. I just finished signing. I'm gonna do scans right now. Give me 10 minutes. You'll have them uploaded. If you say things like that, the signing service will appreciate you. So let me reiterate the over communication. As soon as you get a signing, call the signers right away. Let the signing service or title company know that you've reached out. You either confirmed it or you left them a voicemail, and you'll follow up when they call you back. And then follow up. If they didn't call you back, and follow up. Do the follow up and say, hey, Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Client, this is Derek, your notary again. This is my second voicemail. I know you're probably busy, but when you get a moment, please call me back so we can confirm the details for your refinance signing. Something simple like that. All right, I'm going to send them a text now. Over communicate about setting and confirming the appointment. Okay, let them know as soon as you get documents, as soon as documents are sent to you or uploaded, let them know you got it. All right, so if they email you, all right, here's the document. All you have to, hey, thanks so much, got them. I'll let you know if I have any questions. Thanks for the documents. Oh, I received all 5 PDFs. So for example, if they send you 5 PDFs for the documents, let them know you got all 5 of them. Because maybe there was supposed to be a 6th one and they forgot. So when you say, oh, right, I got all 5 PDFs, thanks. Or I got all 5 attachments. They're like, wait, 5? You should have gotten 6. Oh, I forgot one, right? And the signing service or the title company will send you the 6th one. Over communicate. Don't just say, I got them. I got all 5 of them. I got all 6 of them. I got all 3 attachments. You got it. I'll take care of it for you. Right? So let them know when you get documents. All right, got them. Or as soon as they upload them into the platform, they get notified when you download them. As soon as you can, go in and download them. So they know, oh, great, the notary got them. Great, we don't have to worry about it. Because the signing services, if the appointment's at 8 in the morning and maybe 6 or 7 p.m. the night before is rolling by and they're done for the day, like, I hope this notary downloads them tonight or in the morning. Download them as soon as you can so they know you got them. Okay? So and that's a way to over communicate as well, just by downloading the documents. They're going to be appreciative of you when you're done with the signing. As soon as you're done, hey, we just finished signing, everything went well. I'll have scans. I'll send you scans in the next 45 minutes. Or I got the cashier's check. They're going to wire the money today. They're going to wire the money tomorrow. You can't over communicate. And they will show their appreciation. Me and my scheduler, we rate every notary that we use. And if we send special instructions, if we say, hey, here's an important thing about this particular signing, like for example, this has to fund tomorrow, you got to make sure this gets dropped off after the signing so that it gets delivered, the next day for funding. Let us know you got that message. So a lot of people don't know, on a lot of platforms, signing services, title companies are rating the notaries. And they look at these things like, do they have green marks? Do they have red marks? Are they being blacklisted by companies? We can see how many companies have blacklisted each notary. The blacklisted means that the signing service would never want to use that notary ever again. That's probably a big deal. I have marked notaries blacklisted. One of the big reasons are they don't drop off the documents in time and it doesn't get funded. They doesn't get funded in time. People don't get their house like they were planning. It's a big deal, you guys. You got to treat it this way, okay? And so if you do great service for a signing service, it doesn't hurt. Here's a tip for you guys. I'm going to give you guys another tip here. It doesn't hurt to reach out maybe a couple days later and just say, hey, hey, it's me, Derek. I did the signing for you, the other day. You can give the borrower's name and the date. And I just want to make sure everything went well. Hopefully you got everything okay. Hopefully there's no errors from the title or lender. And if the signing service responds, hey, we didn't hear anything, appreciate your help. You've just opened the door of communication. Now we say, hey, then if you don't mind, could you please give me a positive review and maybe even mark me preferred so that I can help you in future signings. If you talk professionally like that, you don't just go in, hey, if you don't mind, can you mark me preferred? I had a notary who, she did a signing for us, and right away she sent us like a thing about, if we can mark her preferred or whatever to use her again. She made 3 big mistakes. We caught them in the scan backs. We told her to get them fixed. She got them fixed. She's like, okay, I've got until this time to drop off documents. I'm like, can't you drop them off earlier? Why are you waiting till last minute? She got to the FedEx and they did an early pickup. She missed the pickup. So I'm not marking her preferred. I blacklisted her because she took her sweet time. She took her sweet time getting it corrected, and she took her sweet time dropping it off at the shipping company. It's a big deal. This person didn't get their home the next day. They had to wait. It was supposed to fund on a Friday. The signing took place on a Thursday. It was Thursday at 9 a.m. Thursday at 9 a.m. was the signing. She didn't get it dropped. The last pickup was, she thought, I don't know if she thought it was 7 or 7:30. She went to the last minute, and they came a little early. So let's just say the signing was at 9. Last pickup was at 6:30 p.m. and she didn't get it dropped off in time. Do you think I want to work with that notary again? No. I blacklisted her and gave her a red mark about it. And I don't like doing that. No, trust me, no signing service wants to work with notaries that provide poor service. Okay, we don't want to mark anybody red. We want to give everyone positive reviews and use great notaries. That's what we want to use. And if you want to become a Peak signing agent, I hope this episode brought you some great tips to do that. Because I think me as a signing agent, me over communicating is what set me apart and what made signing services go to me directly and pay me almost their whole fee, because they knew it was worth paying me great to make sure that they had a happy client. All right, thanks again for watching and listening to another episode of the Peak Signing Agents podcast. Bye.